out to Bodega Nights.
It's an actual night. Well, morning.
Actually, yeah, and most of us are actually here.
Yeah.
It's the Cebu crew.
Plus AG.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Jao, and joining me is AG. And Miko.
Hey.
And Paulo.
Hi. Just so you know, I didn't screw up last week's episode.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. It was a Cebu crew episode, you see. Because the episode before that is our pilot or premiere for Third World Gaming. It wasn't really a Cebu crew episode.
Okay, that's
so this is the Cebu crew episode.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we have so
I didn't screw up. It was pre-planned. Kayfabe.
You can tell yourself whatever you want, whatever makes you sleep better at night.
Oh, it does. It does.
I'm sure Jao will fix that.
But yeah, I'm putting my podcast hat on.
You have a podcast hat?
Yeah, I have this special podcast hat. I probably put it on the blog. Well, we don't have a blog, but like on the website as an image. While like with the episode, there's an image there of the podcast hat.
Yeah.
Judging by the hat, I don't think Amazon will approve.
Well, they can find better hats when they shop over at Amazon using our affiliate links.
Please buy something. We want sense to care.
So yeah, Bodega Nights. And that's it. Welcome to the off that. No, wait, wrong show.
How was Third World Gaming? Like, what did you think of Third World Gaming?
Third World Gaming is it's a new show. We're still at experimental stage. Although I would suggest why not try to focus on one topic
Well,
and exhaust that topic like nothing else.
well,
Okay.
we also tried, I think, but at the same time, we looked at do people want to hear just one solid topic for an entire hour?
Does it have to be an hour?
Yeah,
How long do we talk about stuff on Third World Linux?
20 minutes.
I mean, even that for like 20, 40 minutes, that's pretty much a lecture.
We were,
Yeah.
I don't know, an idea that Miko had was that we'd try maybe two topics, one recent and the other, well, not so recent.
Just so we can get a switch here, just because it's really, really tempting to just focus on one main topic and just talk it until it's dead. But, our audience at some point will just stop rambling.
No,
Yeah. What's it? I like the idea of two topics though. Like when we do Third World Linux, right? It's pretty much two topics.
a main topic is subtopic or secondary topic.
Ours, we have our current and, what has been done.
Current and not so current.
Since, because we can't bring back time
Yeah.
yet,
So,
time travel will happen. When it'll happen, it doesn't matter. But it will.
yeah. Or it may have already happened, but,
But they just don't care about this time.
yeah.
What do we want? Time travel. When do we want it? Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
But,
20 minutes ago.
I want it yesterday.
I wanted time travel, I wanted it before I was born.
What do you want? Time travel. When do you want it? What do you want? Time travel. When do you want it? What do you want?
Oh gosh, I think we just caused a paradox.
So, today officially not AG's birthday, so, he's now a lot older. He's now nowhere near wiser, though.
You're a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, or something. There's this children's song that goes like that.
No, you're still sick, man.
Yeah, I'm so thick. 140 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
Revealing as we go into the secret life of AG. Well, not that
Not so secret life,
Not that secret anymore.
because, we do a podcast that talks about their
Yes.
lives. So I don't think it's a secret life anymore.
Yeah, not secret. Definitely.
So do you
not
think,
secret.
actually look at, do you think people now think what your life is basically podcast? Like they just picture you guys as people sitting by the Linux just trying to figure out what can I do? What new things can I do with this thing? Can I take over the world?
Well, we probably can.
Yes and yes.
I mean, but do you think that's like a view really true to you that you're just all about Linux and there's nothing else that exists and you're getting beat up again there?
You're being
No, because
strange.
we're AG more than me is very forthright about his sort of idea that best tool for the job. You don't try to force a screw in using a hammer, right? So for multimedia,
Oh, you force them using a drill.
Well, you could use a drill, right?
But you're not using a hammer.
Now think of it like this. When it comes to multimedia production, you can use a screwdriver, quote unquote, Windows, or
Okay.
a drill, a Mac.
Or DIY Linux. I don't know.
No, because theoretically, you could get a screw in using a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to force it,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right? And
kind of like
you know,
Windows 8.
Yeah, all right, fine. That's it.
Okay.
Like use the right tools for the right job, or use the right tools for the job.
I mean, right tools, right job. I mean, makes sense. I mean, you could have the right tool, but a very, very weird job to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you said the hammer.
You have a set of power tools. Now cook.
Hey, I've tried cooking with power tools before.
How did that go?
Watch out,
Not
coming in the
absolutely.
future. Channel 14 presents Cooking with Power Tools.
That's the real man way of doing things.
We will roast this chicken with a drill. And we
Here is a drill, a screwdriver, and a hammer. Poach an egg.
Here's a jackhammer, a saw, and a bolo, which is, a machete.
Eggs Benedict right there. Hollandaise sauce made from wood. I don't know, is that what that is?
Here's a jackhammer. Now fillet a fish.
Here's a saw. Now make a cream soup.
Now I have to go online and probably check if cookingwithpowertools.com is already taken.
Hey,
Somebody in the faithful 14 is gonna buy it.
Well, tell us about it. If you're really gonna do that, talk to us.
yeah, I mean, you could have a show or you could have a lawsuit.
True.
Not from us, but from people misusing your tools. I'm pretty sure Black & Decker did not say you could use this to prepare an egg. But
Well,
using power tools to beat eggs. Yeah.
Power tools.
That does make sense though. Use this jackhammer to beat an egg.
That's pretty horrible. I mean, I was just going to use a drill and just attach it like a super whisk.
That's like using a saw to cut cake. A chainsaw to cut cake.
You could actually do that, but if you need a chainsaw, you probably did the cake wrong.
Well, if the cake is big enough, we may need a chainsaw.
Make sure the cake is honest.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Truncate silence is going to make us sound a lot faster.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll sound like we're so witty, so amazing, not at all lethargic at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and well,
And partially distracted by pretty, pretty colors.
Children of the Atom, ladies and gents.
Kind of.
Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
This is interesting. I remember playing this in the arcade. Actually, the first time I played this game, it was actually with my entire family.
Oh.
My mom, my dad, my sister, and myself were playing this somewhere in the US somewhere. I remember I was using Wolverine. My dad had Colossus. My mom had Storm. My sister, I forgot who she had. I think Cyclops or something.
okay.
It was weird.
No, first time I remember playing this was
He actually
in
positioned.
Evergotesco. Well, actually, earlier.
Oh, you can throw.
Yeah.
Totally
First
forgot
time,
to do that.
first time I remember playing this was in some impromptu arcade in Metro Ayala.
Impromptu arcade. It just pop out of nowhere.
It was impromptu because it seemed like it was positioned, like the positioning near the supermarket felt too coincidental. That was also the.
I'm trying to understand that statement.
I am too.
Like the
Yeah.
the willful positioning of an arcade machine, which needs to have electricity and stuff supplied to it, feels
I was
incidental.
I was confused. Basically, I was confused. It was when that arcade was there. But then again, that Metro Ayala was also the area near the supermarket also had a pet store at one point. So it was just like.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, while the parents are paying for things, kids can go there, play with the pets. end up holding
No. The
responsibilities.
weird thing was that this pet store was fish. Well, how could you
So
play
it
with
was
fish?
the seafood section.
No, it was like...
Yeah, are you sure it was a pet store?
No,
or
Were they
like,
selling lapu
No.
lapu and you know?
No. I was sure it was a pet store because all of the fish were too small to eat.
No,
Too
no,
small.
that's just like niche cuisine.
Too
So
small.
like middleless food.
No, too small and too bony to be, too small and not enough meat.
sardines are small
And bony.
But not enough. But sardines have enough meat.
What were these fish made of? Just like what? Bone and...
No, basic no.
What are fish made of? Bone and meat.
And scale.
Isn't everything, well,
And scale.
biological organisms?
No, some things have
No,
cartilage.
Oh yeah, some are single cell.
And some fish don't have scales, so they're basically just, bone and meat.
The not
Others-
scales, what they're just like slimy or something? Like eels?
They're pretty much skin. A lot of catfish are like that. Eels are like that too. Sharks, their skin.
I'm sorry, I just imagine
skin
like
is,
like a fish with like human flesh going around.
Huh.
Remember that like a fish from like Simpsons, the three-eyed thing? Imagine that, but no fleshy.
I'm pretty certain there's a fish like that because
Three-eyed and fleshy?
Or fish
Technically-
that has human flesh.
both.
I am not
that would
swimming in
be-
the ocean anymore.
Dude, that would be
Deep sea, really deep in the sea, like we're like
Like
all
a Del Deep?
Mariana's Trench deep.
Ah.
You find a lot of weird things down that deep, like
like a fish with
No,
human
like a
flesh and 3 eyes.
That might just be a diver who lost his suit, man.
There's also
How does a diver that lost his suit have 3 eyes?
or like a flashlight.
there's also there is this one instance, this one species of fish where the male basically fuses with the female in order to reproduce. No, I said
Twin power.
it literally fuses with it, not mates. It fuses.
Clingy.
Yeah, he's one clingy husband.
No, don't leave me. I want to be...
Now we'll be together forever.
What?
Wait, so for they become like one
Yes,
thing.
but you still see the male's head.
This is true.
Whoa, how does that work, dude?
Kind of like marriage, I guess.
Basically, what happens is it fuses, and technically the male ends up like some sort of parasitic organism.
So it is like marriage.
Wait. The male. But then, wouldn't that mean if the male becomes a parasitic organism that it is still a distinct organism from the female?
Yeah, but it can't remove itself. Technically, it's like what happens with it's a different kind of situation than what happens with praying mantises.
Yeah, because
But
they
it's
die.
still similar because of the fact that the male is, rendered useless, except for the act of signing the next generation.
What a horrible life.
Except, in the case of that fish, it was a kind of angler fish. The fish had dignity. In the case, it's still alive. In the case of the mantis, it's
Not alive.
it turned into one of his mate's cravings.
No, it's like...
Like basically, oh gosh, that just felt so wrong.
Like the cuddle couch.
Thinking about equating someone.
Beat up the fat guy.
Thinking about
They're right now fighting Blob and, just being on like the little fat kid in school. Bullying is wrong.
Stop the bullying.
Except it's on video games, perfectly fine.
I'm sorry, he doesn't seem like the little fat kid. He looked more like the giant vicious guy.
Yes, that is a word.
Dig, 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 dig.
Yes.
Look
It's
at
an
my.
onomatopoeia.
I have shiny claw powers
No, you have regeneration.
and shiny claw powers.
No, the shiny claw things were added in. Before it was just bone.
Game balance.
No, you're just flesh and bone.
No, right now it's game balance.
Oh my god, fix that thing. People don't see this right now, and it's good thing you
Good
don't.
thing they don't.
Because we'd have to cut that out.
This would be mortifying.
How many levels is this? Like 6 levels?
Should be about 6, yeah, just because the older games, hey, the blackbird's back there. Why don't they just fly to the area? Like, closer in.
Well, game logic.
Yeah.
Game logic.
Game logic makes sense in the game. Applied to reality, makes no sense whatsoever.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, now you're just hitting the guy in the... No. That's not cool, man.
Abuse. Abuse, man. It's me getting my revengeance.
Against alligators, what they do to you?
No, they didn't do anything. It's mutant alligator men. Basically, due to trying to masquerade as alligators.
So you have to take revenge. What did they do to you?
Because
You're stabbing right now on the tail so many times that it's just not nice anymore.
But what are they? Those are...
mutants.
Like mutant alligator things.
Yeah. So they aren't like men masquerading as alligators.
Well, they have
Well,
bones and meat.
Well,
Yeah, well, so do fish.
well, that all boils down to whether or not the thing that got mutated into those things were men or alligators.
What?
No, I'm like,
So it's either an alligator turned man or man turned gator.
no,
Yeah.
I'm going by splinter logic because on one part, a Splinter was a rat who suddenly turned anthropomorphic. In another,
No, it's a rat who just stood upright.
yeah, and bigger.
Really, I mean, he didn't really change that much as a rat.
He got bigger.
No, like any other New York rat.
What? They're already huge.
Oh yeah, I remember rats back in New York. Huge.
Oh gosh.
But gosh, the mosquitoes in California, just like the ones we see on right now we see on the screen, gigantic. Really, I slapped one and hurt myself.
Wait, that was a mosquito in California?
Yeah, it's huge.
I thought that would have been.
Must be all the GMOs.
Because there aren't too many of them, right? Like,
Oh yeah, they're not much, but gosh, they're huge when you find them.
but like the ones that you do see are all like
Gigantic.
immune to the effects of bug spray.
No, imagine this, like, remember like you kind of swat in the air trying to shoot them away?
Yeah.
I actually felt it smack into my hand, like, ow, that thing was pretty painful.
Which one? The mosquito?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, I have a Martin story.
Okay.
All right.
Because I was in the pet store with the mom.
It wasn't seafood?
Well, it was a pet store, the mom, because we had to bring Maui for...
Wait, you were in the
treatment
pet
from
store
his
with Martin's mom?
With my mom.
Okay.
So why is that
Wait,
Martin's
Martin's
story?
your mom?
So I was in the pet store with my mom. Then like we brought Maui in, whatnot. So and then we went to the mall area. As soon as we entered, it's in SM, right? As soon as we entered, it was like someone called me from the back. It was Martin, you see. I'm like, hey mom, this is Martin. We always pronounce it the podcast, whatnot, theextreme88.wordpress.com. Sven's video game blog.
You said that to your mom. Hey mom, this is Martin.
Not the entire.
I'm glad you plug in as much as you can. No matter
Not the entire plot. But I told him this is Martin, friend of ours, yada yada yada, and all that. And then I was like, hey Martin, hi Martin, what are you doing here? I'm going to buy a belt.
I think he meant the snake.
I think he meant the dog leash.
And so I was like, oh yeah, okay, so you're gonna buy a belt. And what he did was he showed his tummy to me and my mom. I was like, okay, very awkward, but that will do. Like, do you actually need to prove to someone that you need to buy a belt by showing them you don't have a belt? I can live with the fact that, hey, I need to buy a belt, and that's it.
Hey, can you imagine that? I'm here to buy underwear.
That is a whole different story.
Oh,
If Martin actually did that.
The Extreme 88 that WordPress.
No wonder it's the extreme. Yeah, it was really nice bumping into him in actual life. Because, I don't bump into him in real life that much anymore.
And you got to see a lot more of him.
Yeah.
so much.
My
more.
mom saw a lot of him as well.
Hello, this is my friend. Yes, he does take off his shirt now and then.
And he buys belts.
Just like any average man.
Yes, apparently so.
It's actually a long time since I bought a belt. Well, I never bought a belt.
Actually, I mean, last time I bought
That's a weird gift, actually.
belt.
Belts.
No, how's that weird?
I always get gifted some belts.
Well, you look like you need it. It's like you're like wasting away. I mean, we need like more belts just to keep anything on you. Last time I got a belt was like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually still using the same belt right now. That I got 4 years ago.
Good for you.
Miko just pulled up his shirt.
Good for you. That was just 4 years ago.
But you know, my belts don't have any of those notches. It's just really like friction locks.
Oh, those are.
No, I like those friction lock belts.
Maybe because you know, even if you do gain some weight, you don't really know.
And you're not locked like, oh, this is a bit too tight or a bit too skinny. And
Yeah, I really hate that about belts.
with the
Like the sweet spot is
Yeah.
in between two
Oh,
holes.
yes, that's why I like the friction.
Oh, no,
lock
talking about the
belts.
sweet spot things. This is the most annoying thing I have when it comes to buying anything, like when it comes to clothes or equipment.
Yeah.
I'm right in between medium and large.
Bodega Nights fashion hour. Sorry.
I'm like, I'm in the high point of medium and the low point of large, so it's either a little too tight or too freaking loose.
Just get it in large and put it in the dryer.
No, the things I have are pre-shrunk.
Oh.
I mean, that's why I'm happy when there are these some brands that have ML, which is medium and large, it's like in between. But no, they don't really have that, and I had to make a decision. Do I want to be really, really uncomfortably tight or just feel like I'm going to bed?
Are we going to be American or European?
Lots of times I end up just getting the American thing, but then, you know, it becomes pajamas.
Okay.
Then it comes up, maybe I should gain some weight, then I feel sad. But I mean, it's like, that's the annoying thing. I'm pretty sure you guys might have this problem, like you're in between sizes.
Well, I don't have that problem because a problem like this is too big for me. You have something smaller than me. So that's actually small.
Smaller
okay.
than you?
That's smaller for me. I mean, like
The
hey,
children's section is in the 3rd floor, sir.
They don't allow me there anymore, sir.
but the sleeves.
Why? I tried to buy a belt once.
No, the sleeves don't fit. If I buy from the children's section.
So you did try to buy a shield section.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
but the sleeves don't fit anymore.
You could just cut those, you know. You could cut those, you know. You could pick out the big boy scissors and, you know.
Oh well, I make do. That's life. Harsh reality.
How do you bow?
That's a harsh reality.
First world, third world problems.
Oh god.
I have to buy from the children's section, and the sleeves are far
At the
too
very-
tight.
At the very least,
There is no size between medium and large.
at the very least, it
The
seems,
sweet spot is in between the two holes of my belt.
at least it's become apparent that your problems have at least been consistent.
So it's your problem.
My size has a habit of being very inconsistent.
Okay.
No, it's
Like your weight just fluctuates that much.
basically if I'm
It's like you wake up and damn, I'm a supermodel again.
over the course of a month, yeah. I go from blob to super sexy.
Coming soon, super sexy podcast night.
So we talked about fashion, so might as well keep it up.
Anyway, irregardless.
Next thing we know, Bodega Nights is gonna cover Fashion Week.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, we can record while the runway show is happening.
You're gonna have so much noise. This is a noise of excitement. Noise that we may mean something to someone out here. Hi, Lizanne. Look at us.
Shout out to Lizanne.
Yeah, shout out to Zantua. Very great design. Very great Philippine designer.
Yep. Interesting stuff I saw on like her recent Facebook stuff.
Yeah, and the thing is, her designs are like, I want women to wear those designs.
Well, I'm hoping so.
No, I'm saying, like, it's not just for runways, you see. The design is not just for runway, which is, always appreciated. Even though it's not RTW.
You know, there's actual sense to it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it?
That sounds nice.
Because she doesn't do like concept shows, right? What do they call? They're called concept shows, right? Like
Yeah,
when you.
she doesn't do concept shows. She does group designer shows.
Okay, yeah. So like it makes a bit more sense.
Yep, indeed.
You would actually wear this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's not RTW by any means. It's still like designer.
So this,
Couture, not so sure if it really would fall in that category. But we're going to technicalities of fashion, so
so does she make medium to large?
medium to large and belts at the sweet spot.
Actually, I remember before I had these friction lock belts. Remember those belts that had those weird weaving pattern where you could pretty much put the hole, you could just force that hole through anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Those are awesome
But yeah.
belts.
Friction lock belts, great stuff. Except when you get the belt too long, you have to cut it.
Well, I mean, rather than I don't mind having that problem.
Better than the belt being just too short.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, good luck
always-
cutting that to make it longer.
Break up my sewing kit. Oh, actually, there's one. Actually, an interesting story about the nice thing that friction belt.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when during our last trip abroad, our bag kind of exploded.
What?
How?
Pressure. Cabin pressure.
I have no idea. It wasn't even that. It was in sea. We were actually on a ship that time, and somehow it just popped apart. I'm guessing people throwing it around.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so my mom was upset. She's like, what are we going to do? And we're just like getting the bag and it's just, flailing. It's just flailed open and everything. What do we do? They're like, Mom, wait, I have a plan. I always make sure I bring these belts specifically as well. I'm like, what are you talking about? I pick out my 2 belts and just wrap it together because they're friction lock, so you can make them attach and there, it's fixed. Like, that's fantastic, it works. Yes, and I'm just there, and then my pants almost fell down. And I realized, oh god.
Ingenuity at the cost of...
Well, at least he had.
At the cost of dignity.
Ingenuity. It matters more than dignity.
I'm in a foreign land, they will never know.
They will think it's part of your culture.
This is how we present ourselves when you're going to new countries.
It's a sign of honor. We respect your lands.
We respect your lands and we must show ourselves fully.
So maybe that's what Martin's doing, just doing his culture.
Showing you respect.
I show you respect.
In Martin's culture, that's what happens when you meet your friend's mother. Look at my belly. Oh, Martin.
When did Juggernaut have a gun?
Never.
I thought it was a hammer.
I'm pretty
it was
sure.
Is he firing it?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure that's not how you hold a hammer unless it's a graphical error.
Wait, you should... Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
More of a cannon than a gun.
Ow.
Usually a cannon's just, big.
A big gun.
Wait, he was there all the time?
I actually don't remember the story of this thing.
He was
Oh,
just
no,
like-
that was Mystique. That one was Mystique.
Oh, okay.
Okay, makes sense. Oh,
I thought he was,
Missed time
pulling
to
a
jump.
I thought he was pulling a Steven Seagal. Remember those movies where he doesn't really chase the guy?
Mystique and Seagal.
Suddenly he just comes around the corner and just whacks him. Pack!
Oh, I watched Who Am I on the bus, before I went to my parents. Good movie, Who Am I?
Is that the one like
You're AG.
it's Who Am I? That's
Sorry.
Jackie Chan thing?
Yeah, especially Jackie Chan who forgot his identity.
Who am I?
Who am I?
I enjoy that. I enjoy Jackie Chan stuff, especially the ending with all the blooper things.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a great feel-good thing.
Yeah, I mean, he makes movies that are just, what do you call that? Just good fun. Good entertainment.
No,
fun.
he has some pretty serious
Oh,
films.
Police
too.
Story actually is quite serious.
But I still love the fact that he still tries to put bloopers even in some of the serious films. It's just a great way to end the film so you don't just get too... what's the word?
Too down.
Too down sometimes. Not down, but you just feel too serious.
Yeah.
Basically, you feel too tensed up.
Especially it does what the Bollywood thing tries to do with the dancing. It just feels weird though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I enjoy
The
it.
opposite of a Chris Nolan film, pretty much. Like you leave a Chris Nolan film. Ugh.
Whenever I leave a Chris Nolan film, it feels like he's trying to bring me into a state of epiphany for some reason.
When I watch a Nolan film, I say till the end of the credits, hoping there's going to be an extra scene to make me feel better.
That's not.
Then I remember I'm not watching.
That's not
A
the
Marvel
Nolan film.
And then you remember Christopher Nolan. Oh,
No.
existential crisis.
Oh god.
No, I just realized the people you find there are like a bunch of handicapped guys in motorized wheelchairs.
That's why I have no idea. I'm speechless. Like,
Well, I mean, you did.
it's a long time. Yeah, it's a long time since I played this. I just. It's just
Well, I mean, earlier you
remember
just
the
beat
visual
up like a healthcare worker with a hammer. So, so now you're just after his patients.
stuff. Watch out for that episode in Third World Gaming. What
Did I hear
is
something
happening?
about Africa?
Sphinx with sights
Well, Egyptian statue men. They don't have
that explode?
Yes. Blame Apocalypse, apparently.
Wait, Apocalypse in this one?
No, but Apocalypse tends to be equated with
Wait, there is
Egyptian
an
stuff.
X-Men game that has Apocalypse as a boss or a playable character in a fighting game.
I also know that the Genesis game had you fight Apocalypse. That one Genesis game that didn't show the title screen until you finish the first stage.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. It's like random what character you get.
Yeah, when you start off.
It's like, here you go, figure it out. What? Go!
Yeah. They basically literally that's the most literal way of literally just dropping you right into the action.
Well, that's kind of what I do to you guys when I make you guys play new games.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, you just jump into it.
Remember Vietnam? It's like, okay, what are you doing? I'm gonna make the difficulty the hardest, and I'm just gonna drop here. What's gonna happen? Just figure it out. No, left click, shoot. You'll understand from that point. Oh,
And here we are with this visual.
do you think he knows?
Why does his mouth movements make me? His mouth.
Let's go.
He looks
back
like a frog.
Vietnam was the first game we played, right? Or
No, it wasn't. I think it's one of the first major games we played. We played Call of Duty.
Call of Duty was.
I still remember
game.
Call of Duty. Like the first time I played this, I think it was TJ and Bok. TJ went out. Was it TJ or Bok who went out first? Like, oh, this is beautiful. Then I shot him. Then TJ came out saying, "Oh, Tol, what happened?" And he got shot too. Like, well, that was fun. You weren't there, right? It was you were Java.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were there.
It was TJ, Bok. I know Norm was there. Seema, John.
Yeah,
I remember back in the day
that was
where
pretty much it.
it was a really interesting gaming. From my side, it was myself, my cousin, his friend, and Dreo. So it was about 4 against 5 or 4 against 6. I know we were outnumbered, but yeah,
It was 4 against 6.
It was fun. I still remember when back then when you guys did we have an idea what you were doing. I remember Norm running out. He'd get shot. Then immediately John and Seema run out behind him. It's like pack. Okay. He's running out of bullets. Run forward.
Yeah, they're running out of bullets. Just charge at them. Those were the days.
Remember when you thought getting a red dot side back time was the biggest
The
thing?
achievement. Then nowadays you can get it after what?
One game.
Like one round.
1 round.
Not one round. We don't have enough. We don't have that much enemies. But one game.
One game at least.
That's what I.
Unless we play, like sabotage and the round.
Or like,
Yeah.
Remember that one time we had a 1 hour round on sabotage?
Yeah.
It was it Wetworks or someplace that we just kept
Probably.
or pipeline. We just kept going back and forth.
No, that's why we instigated the 20-minute timer. Or 10-minute? 20-minute timer.
So,
20-minute game timer.
Unless you played with Norm or was it Zhao who had the point of existence mode.
Yeah, the point existence mode that
Which
I
was-
didn't try.
Yeah, was it
3
1 second
hours.
plant, 1 second diffuse, and the longest possible time for the bomb?
5 minutes.
And then it was infinite, right?
Yeah, there's no timing.
Yeah, no timer.
It felt so horrible. I remember it was me, Mike versus Norm and someone. Was it you? No, not you.
No,
It was
I wasn't
Zhao
there.
or-
Mike was there though.
I remember Mike was my teammate. At some point, Mike just stopped caring.
What happened? Just position yourself in one area.
You kind of just position yourself in one area and just perfectly do what you're doing every single time and hope they don't learn how to adapt. I mean, those honestly, that was nowhere. That was a lot more infuriating than dealing with Hastings.
Oh my god, Battle of Hastings.
That was.
Did we ever conquer that?
We did, but we never controlled everything. We almost did once when we actually attacked them and we were pushing forward with the helicopter. Then Mike gave them a helicopter. Then our position was completely destroyed.
Mike gave them a helicopter.
No, sir, but don't worry, guys. It's out of ammo. Starts taking off my CD's rockets coming in. I believe, Mike, this is just a figment of my imagination. Oh, no, it's not. I think the one we perfected was Irving, though.
Oh, Irving is our practice map.
Yep, we can get that down in 5 minutes if you want to.
Yeah, I think the fastest we got is around that time. We were just so efficient, and then we were like, that was a boring run through.
No, remember,
Because we were just so fast and efficient.
I remember defend the port.
Oh my gosh.
The map where, as long as you rush them within the first 60 seconds, you can hold everything.
But who had the idea with Defend the Port to just take the middle?
I have no idea. The middle was difficult to take just because it was a different island.
But once you take it, I think it was easier to defend.
Well, sort of.
Because they're coming from all directions.
But at the same time, if you just have that one point, you'll just get bled out because you don't have any flags.
Unless you can kill them as fast as they spawn. As fast as you bleed out.
Yeah, but to do that, you have to go to where they are.
Yep. It really was
Vespa.
It's a tough map. Defend the Port. What else? Road to Glory was also a favorite.
Road to
Convoy.
Glory.
Also known as Initial D, Tank Edition.
I remember that feeling. You have about 8 tanks in your column going down. You feel unstoppable until you see the first 3 tanks get blown up. The one behind you get blown up, and you just start crying and wondering why you're there. Mama, Bella's gone.
I remember that map. I was walking.
No, I remember that map. You were kind of flipping around the pickup. Jump! I'm trying to... Hey, it stopped. Boom. Well, Zhao's gone. But no, there's this map. I don't know if you were there when we had the real epic convoy where it was this really gigantic map. And then everyone was rushing for vehicles. I remember John got a tank, Norm got a tank, someone got an APC. And I was like panicking, oh my gosh, what do I do? And I grabbed the 5-ton truck. And right behind me were like 3 tanks, an armored personal carrier, and a gun truck. And I grabbed the 5-ton truck. No, the game is not yet over.
It's not over yet.
Yeah. Same concept.
Yeah.
Oh my god, comics.
That's why it's not over.
They make you do it again?
Yeah.
That's it?
The X-Men pretty much has like a prestige mode or whatever.
Well, no, back then they had the sort of thing where they had New Game or New Game Plus.
Okay.
So this is a New Game Plus.
Sort of. So it's supposed to be harder or something.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, sometimes they have like extra content, but generally it's just harder game.
It's like Mario.
Yeah.
Like when you finish the first Mario, you go through the whole thing again with...
harder?
Yeah, like you don't have the green turtles anymore. They're all replaced by the black ones.
And like, is it the Mario Head ones? Or is it the Super Mario... Oh, sorry, that's a different one. Super Mario World Land or something.
Yeah.
World? Unless it was Game Boy 1, that was Super Mario Land.
No, but I remember Resident Evil had the most insane New Game Plus. Because you could just keep... the Resident Evil game survival horror, you just grabbed whatever equipment you could get. Like, hey, bullets, hey, health, hey, this thing. The New Game Plus where you play the other player and realize you kind of messed yourself up because you stole all the good stuff you could have used for the second game.
Oh.
Wow.
So everything you picked up will not be there because the other guy picked it up.
That is an interesting New Game
And if you
Plus.
didn't know that, you kind of mess yourself up for your next game. Like, well, I have nothing.
Yeah. Well, pretty much survival horror.
The same way I remember they just had a scene there. Oh, you want to get the submachine gun or the extra inventory? First time I played, like, what am I going to choose? Yeah, I'll get the machine gun and the extra inventory. Next time I play through, well, I gave myself absolutely nothing.
I really want to see a Dead Rising game that has the same time constraint as Dead Rising, but in a more survival horror setting. Because Dead Rising is really about killing zombies. That's why I find the timer of Dead Rising to be counterintuitive. That's why I'm happy that Dead Rising 3 removed the timer altogether.
Really? It did?
Yeah, Dead Rising 3 doesn't have a timer. Well, it has a game mode, like classic mode, I guess.
With the timer.
With a timer. But I like the fact that the timer is not there anymore. Because you're just out there to kill zombies. That concept of timer, for me, really is good for survival horror games.
Well,
but not for something like...
In a qualification to Dead Rising, you're out there to kill zombies in probably some of the most creative ways possible. Why restrict yourself with a timer?
Hmm?
True enough.
Yeah, that's why it was weird for something like Dead Rising. But say, if Resident Evil had a timer...
No, I mean, Resident Evil generally does have a timer for certain sections.
Oh no, the timer for...
game.
I remember for Resident Evil 3, the timer was before you the city's gonna blow up.
Yeah, they like launch the missile and it'll come here this soon.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 3 has a timer for the entire game. Well, no, not Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising 1 and Dead Rising 2. And off the record also.
I talk about the zombie things. I remember State of Decay. It's a fun game.
Oh, that's a game I want to try.
It's a fun game. kind of weird in some portions, but really fun.
Like, how come?
Well, I mean, the weird part is there's some parts with the just like from a zombie survival standpoint. I mean, I like zombie stuff. I like zombie material. There's some parts there where, hey, if you get this one here, I don't understand how the zombies work. Because if you get bit, it doesn't seem like you change. I mean, they're always like, "Oh, I'm immune. Like, okay, whatever. Even if your teammates get hit, it's kind of confusing how they turn. It's like the game just decides, I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to just change your ally. But there are other sections that are really fun. I mean, especially the fact that you could upgrade it like RPG style, like your different ways of fighting, hand-to-hand, bladed, non-bladed, handguns. To honestly, using any firearm in the State of Decay, not the smartest plan at all.
How come? Because
the second you fire that handgun, you attract pretty much every zombie within 300 feet.
So it's pretty much they prefer if you use
other
weapons.
means.
Oh yeah, but I mean there are like some like the special infected they have, where if you go head to head with the melee weapon, you're kind of gonna die. But of course, so the nice easy way to do that is you just get a car and run them over. Because cars, even though they tell you there's fuel and they're limited resources, yeah, they're lying to you. The cars work as much as you want. Until they're about to set on fire and blow up. But, fuel is not real there. Though, strange enough, there is a fuel resource. But apparently it's just to build things.
Okay.
I wonder, though, what are they going to make, like a part 2 or a different set for State of Decay? Because it's just...
No, they're supposed... Actually, no, they're releasing a DLC, like, soon, right now. They're actually in December. I know they're supposed to be releasing DLC.
They mentioned...
Because it had a really, really weird ending.
They mentioned that they were working on a sequel. Also.
Yeah, because I think it deserves a sequel, but, I mean, gameplay... They just need to fix a few gameplay kinks here and there. But the concept is quite sound.
It is. I mean, it reminds me of DayZ, except you get to actually do stuff.
Because in DayZ, all have to do is sneaking and whatnot.
Sneaking, moving around, nothing happens for hours upon hours. I mean,
and then you get
DayZ is nice just because it's uber realistic, and that's the same reason it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we played a zombie game like that? Like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so exciting! We're trying to escape and survive. 2 hours later, what are we doing here? I'm gonna kill you and take your beans. Killing people in Arma for beans.
But yeah, Arma 3, you tried?
Arma 3, I've seen it. I didn't get tried yet. Arma's a great series, so I'm really curious about it. But right now, I mean, I'm still deciding what to do. I mean, airsoft right now in the Philippines, completely legal. So
you're considering that?
I enjoy airsoft, and before I kind of cut down on getting stuff just because of all the paperwork. Like really, when you when you buy it, you have to register it, get your permit to transport it, all these other permits, or they feel like you might assassinate the president somehow with a plastic gun. But now hey, it's legal, so yeah, everyone's having fun. I'm actually purchasing a few more things.
Continue.
And
how do you change character?
Wait for that
for the game over.
Wait for the game over.
And then press start.
Yeah.
Or insert coin.
Pretty sure you're gonna go Nightcrawler.
Of course I'm gonna go Nightcrawler.
Exactly.
There you go. Oh, Cyclops! Wait, who's that? Who's that? That's a Jubilee.
That's
not blonde.
Dazzler.
So...
Wait, what did I just do?
You'll appear next.
YOLO.
Wait,
why?
Who's the red-haired chick?
Kitty Pryde.
Was Kitty Pryde a redhead?
I have no idea what this game was thinking.
I thought she was blonde.
Professor X looks like
brunette.
Professor X looks like a frog, by the way.
Nightcrawler.
I see you start the game by smacking someone right in the belt area.
Yeah.
I need to. Oh no! Someone stay down so I could claw you in there. Oh come on! Come on! Wait.
This is going to be the most weird podcast because all you hear are these weird grunting noises and no idea. All you know is there are 4 men staying in one room.
And a lot of clicking.
Friggin' buttons are...
Yeah,
no,
see?
apparently.
Clicking.
Click, 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 click.
Nightcrawler.
That's not how the song goes.
Nightcrawler. That's
What's his power? Is he just in this thing?
Yeah, he's I hear Nightcrawler is a one of the mutants who have changed in skin and really agile and whatnot can teleport.
So he's essentially Beast, but not as smart and can teleport.
Yeah. But, well, Beast's IQ is not a mutant power.
Oh no, it could be. I mean, like super smart thing, like his brain's all big and stuff.
Well, the only thing big wasn't the only thing that was mentioned to be big was everything else. Wasn't the brain a natural thing?
Yeah.
He's a mutant. It's all natural.
Yeah, but that wasn't. Yeah, but
Beast doesn't have a mutant power.
He doesn't?
No, his mutation is his appearance.
his body.
Same as Nightcrawler.
No, dude, Nightcrawler has a mutant power. He can.
Oh, yeah, he can teleport.
Well, yeah,
But, and Beast is very, agile and acrobatic stuff.
initially,
I remember that comic.
basically before
Yeah, but
Beast
is
turned.
that like a mutant power, or is that like an offshoot of his mutation,
Well,
which
that
isn't necessarily a power?
Maybe his powers become like a monkey man or something.
actually the
So I guess it's like de-evolution or something.
Well, actually, the thing with Beasts turning blue, he turned blue because he actually injected himself with a serum that was meant only to temporarily boost a mutation.
Is that is that from the comic or is that just
Comic.
from the movie?
Comic.
Okay.
Comic.
Because I remember the comic.
No, the
there
movie
was
was
a time
a
he didn't
cure.
have fur.
There was, but then the statement in the comic was that he injected himself with something that was actually meant to accelerate the mutation, not a cure.
So his acceleration essentially made your body hair.
Yeah, and basically turning into an animal, so much so that he had to become an Avenger to fix that up.
Avenger.
Wait, was he an Avengers?
Yeah, he was one of the X-Men that was a notable Avengers member.
The thing about the Avengers is that everybody is an Avenger.
Oh yeah, nowadays it's like everyone's an Avenger. Back then,
Wait, so now the Avengers are
Except Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is an Avenger.
Spider-Man's an Avenger.
No, I mean,
Was
Sony
an
property. The joke is that it's owned by Sony, not by Marvel. So.
The movies, yes.
Oh, talking about those things. Wonder Woman's already picked.
Really? Who?
Yeah, Gal
Gadot.
Gadot.
Israeli chick.
Okay.
The Israeli girl from Fast Furious movies.
Really?
Yep, they got her for 101.
Is she being buffed up as we speak? Please say yes.
You mean like plastic surgery or?
Buffed up as in like in cars?
I'm sure she's shiny.
Oh, we'll see.
It should be NC. I mean, I'll say again that Wonder Woman really does deserve some more attention, mainly because she's one of those notable superheroes that really isn't like a female counterpart of another superhero.
And she's also one of those notable superheroes who hasn't really gotten much of her own. Basically, she hasn't had her own movie. She hasn't had her own...
No. She had her own movie. It's a really old one.
An actual TV series.
Wait, she had her own TV series?
Yeah, she
Wonder Woman had a TV series.
Where she was a secretary.
Oh.
It wasn't a good time.
Okay.
What is it? She's one of the big three of DC.
Yeah.
Like DC has their.
Oh my gosh, the alligators breathe fire.
They're dragons now.
Oh, but let's make you wonder. So Wonder Woman is in the Batman Superman film.
Yeah.
So is that the reason why they're going to be fighting each other? Because I don't know if it's just in the comics and even in the cartoons where you saw there was a weird pairing between Diana and Bruce and Diana and Clark.
I don't know.
I mean, I think you're the one. Was it you or AG who's actually kind of keen on the Diana and Clark just because it kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
Because they're both aliens.
Yeah. I think
That was from I'm not sure what the current status quo is.
Is some made from clay.
Like I'm not sure what the current status quo is, but like a few months ago, Superman and Wonder Woman were a thing in the New 52. Precisely because they were both aliens and they were able to sort of bond over the fact that they were outsiders. Well, fine, Diana isn't an alien technically, but like they are both outsiders in this world of,
Humanity.
Yeah.
But they swore to protect it either way.
Yeah, but that's a lonely thing, dude.
Yeah.
And they found comfort in each other, pretty much.
But Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
No justice.
So
in everything that Batman is Batman for.
Batman.
But do you think they're going to actually make the Watchtower in the end of this film?
We'll see.
No, if they actually make the Watchtower, does that mean a Justice League movie will occur?
Yeah,
Everything seems to be pointing towards that.
it would be foolish for Warner Brothers not to come up with a Justice League movie.
At this stage, it's the only logical step.
Does that mean they're gonna reboot like Fantastic Four also?
Yeah,
They are-
Fantastic Four reboots.
They are planning it already.
Well, then the thing about Fantastic Four is Marvel Studios doesn't own Fantastic Four.
Sony.
Sony or Fox?
No.
Wait, Fox,
Fox.
yes. Wait, Fox also owns X-Men and the movie rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least they're doing a good thing with Days of Future Past.
I didn't read up too much on the movie. Is it really going to be like the comic, or are they changing stuff
Well,
up?
I hope so.
They're changing. They're probably going to change up stuff.
Creative license.
And if I'm correct, a lot of the adaptations of the Days of Future Past story everywhere tended to employ a lot of creative license.
No, I'm hoping that they do like a cable Deadpool movie. No, that'd be like a really amusing look at a buddy comedy type thing.
Well, first they need to actually finish that Deadpool movie that they were constantly talking about.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be live action. I wouldn't mind an animated version of it.
That would be fun.
But Marvel really isn't into the whole animation thing. That's like DC's.
Actually,
That's
Marvel
squarely DC's territory.
Actually, Marvel kind of was into the whole animated movie thing, but they normally outsourced it to Lionsgate.
I mean, like the Versus series for Hulk was nice, and Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you put that against Batman the Animated Series. You put that up against anything Bruce Timm, right? Like,
Well, the consideration is that, if I'm correct, a lot of the animated stuff with DC was internal / had backing from Warner Brothers, whereas for a good while, the animated stuff with Marvel, they always tended to have to tap an external source to get it done.
yeah. Now that they have
So
Disney.
difficulties.
Well,
Well,
they tap
until
it-
now, with
If
Disney.
they tap it from another source, does that mean like the work's going to be non-canon, or
Which ones?
Or like outsourcing the
Just like the work.
production.
Outsourcing
like the
the
scripting
production.
and everything? It's still done in house.
It's done. Basically most of the legwork that isn't writing is done by outsourced. Outsourced. The scripting is done by someone in Marvel, or
Really?
at least helped by someone in Marvel.
Like when was this? Because it wasn't like
a lot of those special animated movies for Marvel actually came out before the Disney purchase.
Yeah, because at the time, what's it? Like if you were writing for comic books, you were a comic book writer, and like nobody in TV or movies would touch you. Like some of the most amazing writers, some of the most amazing script writers in the world of comics were never given a chance to do anything TV or movies because of the perception that you're a comic book writer, not a TV writer, or
Do you think since Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars that there might be like a weird Disney Marvel Star Wars crossover somewhere?
Jar Jar Binks, the ride.
I wouldn't mind that.
Jar Jar Binks, the ride?
Yeah, no, like the crossover.
Oh, okay.
No, that'd be interesting.
Well, I wouldn't mind the Jar Jar Binks, the ride if it was like the gun.
No, you remember like how
That looks
the
interesting.
Marvel universe, they have a tendency to jump dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
So can you imagine? No, they jump dimensions, end up somewhere in Star Wars, then
Like in a galaxy far, far away.
yeah. And not like from the Disney thing. You don't have to get Mickey Mouse. I mean, who is there any space thing from Disney?
Unless you count Gizmo Duck.
No.
But it's a bit.
Maybe like a maybe like a Star Wars Marvel thing. Like they go into the Star Wars dimension and they fight Jedis.
Like a crossover thing.
No, I'd like to see Cyclops like fighting a Jedi. Use laser beams.
Will the Jedi reflect them?
Well, I guess it depends. Like, it depends on the medium, right? Because it would be sacrilege to to bring in Star Wars characters into the 616, like the Marvel 616 universe. In the same way that it would be sacrilege to bring, Marvel characters into episodes 7, 8, and 9.
So 1, 2, and 3. Is that okay?
But they've already been done, you see. But you get the point.
Yeah, well, not really. Yeah.
Like there is, let's say decorum, you know?
Hey, not like TV special. Wolverine versus Luke Skywalker.
You know the place that...
If he chops off his arm, he'll go back. Or it's like cauterized and doesn't go back anymore.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure.
You know, if ever they...
it
Because
goes
I
back.
refuse to believe that the folks at Disney are that stupid.
I don't think they're gonna force it.
Well, I mean, they had the Phineas and Ferb like crossover that with Marvel.
Well,
If anything, it's going to be in a video game.
Or probably
There-
a kiddie something.
there's a chance they'll
Yeah.
probably include like
kiddie coloring book or something like that.
Yeah.
Disney Infinity may very well have character things for Marvel and DC characters.
I don't think it's a bad
No,
thing.
not DC.
No, Disney Infinity, the game thing that was like Skylanders.
But I don't think they're that stupid, and at the same time, I think they'll be free to experiment, but not with that one.
Do you think there's gonna be like a new section in like Disney World where Tomorrowland's gonna be Star Wars Land, and then they'll have a Marvel section?
Don't they already have a Star Wars, right?
They have a Star Wars right now.
Yeah, but
I
like a
think-
Star Wars Land, like
What
A
expanding
whole
is this?
section.
Wait,
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You see, you'll see like the new princess. You'll see Princess Leia there, and you'll see Princess Amidala. No, do they own Amidala also because they own everything? Or what?
Who?
Like Disney's, or is it this Prima? So they get Amidala and they get the entire thing, right?
Yeah,
the entire
of course.
universe. So
They
you
bought
got
the
Princess
whole
Amidala,
studios.
you got Princess Leia.
Captain Panaka, Plokung,
Oh my gosh,
Mara
you
Jade.
see.
Mara Jade,
It's so true.
Jason Solo.
Do you think? Oh my! Do you imagine like they have like
Starkiller.
you have like Chewbacca like stuffed toys going around there?
Again, I wouldn't mind.
Dive kick.
I'd like to see like a trench run, right?
That would be
Oh yes, that would be nice.
No,
Again,
like-
I don't mind. They can be creative with the possibilities I want.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
good
like
job
if
on
there
that.
are possibilities that you don't want, you strip them of their creative license.
Yes.
You can do anything you want as long as
As I like
approve of it. You have absolute freedom, limited by my words and laws.
and my preferences.
Apple. Microsoft.
Government. You are as free as we tell you to be.
Are you sure we're that free?
Oh,
Freedom isn't free. Costs a buck of five.
Freedom isn't free, it's fought and bled for. And then, people forget about that and start calling for other stuff that makes no sense.
Like a teleporting nightcrawler.
Like time travel.
When do we want it?
Irrelevant.